Blood and Salt by Liggett. Read to you by me. Chapter 3. And So It Shall Be. In the subway, I swiped my Metro card and went through the turnstile while my brother swiped his card over and over again, to no avail. People piled up behind him, grumbling and sighing. I told you we should have taken a cab, Rhys said. I reached over and swiped his card for him. As we made our way to the platform, I peered down the track to check on the train. I felt something graze the back of my neck. I whipped around, looking for the creeper who touched me, but there was no one there, just a nameless, faceless throng of computers. I slipped my hair out of its messy bun, letting it fall over my shoulders and back. Did Mom seem weird to you? Rhys shook his head and laughed. I don't even know how to answer that. I scanned the crowd. Weirder than usual. Other than the fact she believes she's part of an invisible cult where our 500-year-old ancestors are performing corn rituals, and Crandall from my 8th grade history class is terrorizing the world in an attempt to keep its immortality? Not really. I pulled my brother down the platform to get away from a drunk guy who reeked of urine was belting out the star-spangled banner. He's not terrorizing the world, just our family. Wait. Rhys drew back away from me. You're not starting to believe all that. It's bad enough you let her stick you with needles. It's sick. I smoothed my hand over my blouse, feeling the bandage underneath. You're not the one seeing a dead girl. Power of suggestion. Think about it. Rhys slathered his hands in antibacterial gel. If I'd been told since birth I was seeing a pink elephant, I'd see a pink elephant. It's basic psychology. Mom's paranoid. She always gets spooked around the summer solstice. Just June 21st will come around and go, and everything will be normal again. As the light from an approaching train came into view, the crowd pressed forward. Well, our normal. The train screeched to a stop. I elbowed my way onto the already packed car. Rhys stood on the platform, letting everyone and their pet rat on before him. Classic. The doors started closing. He gave me that pathetic look, and I lunged forward, pushing a businessman out of the way and jamming my body between the heavy doors. Come on, sweetheart, someone bellowed from the other side of the car. You'll see your boyfriend at school. I grabbed Rhys and pulled him into the car. You didn't need to do that, Rhys said, his cheeks ruddy. I would have been fine. You would have been late. Rhys closed his eyes in resignation. He hated it when I got alpha, but I couldn't help it. Maybe it was a birth order thing. I was born 4 minutes before him, weighed a full pound more at birth. He claimed I tried to eat him in the womb. My brother was way too polite for the city. He was quiet too, which created the perfect blank canvas to girls to project whatever they wanted onto him. I'd always felt that he belonged in a different era, a gentler time, like a character from a Jane Austen novel. As we got off the train, our paths merged with that of another girl who wore a school uniform. She tucked her shiny black bob behind her ear and smiled at my brother with a shy, kittenish glaze. Hey, Rhys, she practically whispered. My brother pretended he didn't see her, his eyes glued to the erectile dysfunction ads plastered to the walls. I watched her shrink back into the crowd. What's wrong with you? I nudged him as we made our way up to the step toward the sunlight. She's cute. He shook his head. She got a 64 on her biochem final. So? I steered him across the street to avoid a pack of stroller Nazis. Rhys bit the inside of his cheek like he always did when he was trying to stifle a smile. Then a huge grin engulfed his face. My brother and I might be polar opposites, but our love lives looked exactly the same. Arctic. While Rhys was just incredibly picky, my aversion went well beyond that. I was interested in boys. Very interested, but my body had a different idea. Every time I got close to a guy in a romantic way, this overwhelming revulsion bubbled up inside of me. It wasn't a boys are mature and sweaty kind of thing. It was more like, I'm going to puke all over your shoes kind of thing. My mother said physical attraction and mate selection all came down to scent. I'd never smelled anything remotely appealing on any of the guys in my school. Every now and then a nice cologne caught my attention, but as soon as the top note burned off, all I could smell was clogged pores and desperation. I used to think that I just hadn't met the right guy, but I was losing hope. As we got closer to school, I yanked my blazer out of my bag, brushing unnaturally orange crumbs from the label. Rhys shook his head in disgust. I can't believe we're related, let alone twins. A jet black bird jutted between his ankles to get at the crumbs. Rhys leaped out of the way, nearly crushing into a group of hipsters. It's just a bird, I said, putting on the jacket. Do you know how many diseases birds carry? As he darted in front of me to enter the school gates. Over 60. I glanced up at him, ready to dish out something snarky when I stopped dead in my tracks. Blood. A pool of crimson, followed by a wide swath leading from the gates through the open courtyard, as if someone had been dragged. People jostled from behind, maneuvering around me to get inside. What's your problem? Rhys asked. Don't look down, I warned. Did I step in something? He groaned and licked the bottoms of his shoes. You didn't see it. I watched a group of girls trudge through the blood, kicking up tiny drops of spatter which dogged their crisp white ankle socks. A shudder ran through me like cold acid in my veins. Was it the dead girl? Ash, are you even listening to me? Go to class, I murmured as the first bell rang. I'm going in the same direction as... Just go, I said a little too forcefully, and then took a deep breath. I had to go stop by the admin building first. They gave me the wrong size cap and gown. Okay, he raised a brow as he backed away, giving me a low wave as he disappeared into the sea of blue blazers. As the last of the stragglers rushed off to class, I followed the trail of blood to the library, which used to be the chapel where the school was a monastery. My bag vibrating made me jump. I dug it out. It was my mom. I knew I should pick it up, but I had the strangest feeling, like everything I needed to know was on the other side of that door. A chill swept over my skin as I pressed down on the heavy iron door handle. It was unlocked. I turned off the phone and stepped inside.